Hey, it's Rich Tehrani with TMCnet. Thanks for watching. It's Editor's Week in Silicon Valley 2016 for our team, and on our program is Tanaya Hurst, and she's with Arduino. Hey, Tanaya, how are you?
I'm doing great this morning.
So give us an overview of Arduino and the company first before we start off, please.
Certainly. Well, if you've heard about an Arduino, it's probably in the context of the maker movement, where electronics are becoming more low cost and more accessible to learn about circuits and programming together. So we're finding, of course, the startup scene and universities love Arduino because they can prototype electronics and design products for people to use. And then, of course, in younger education, because Arduino is safe, like I still have never, messed up a board or blown it up or anything like that. So it's really safe, so kids can actually experiment, and that's a whole new thing that's being more available to younger kids. So Arduino makes microcontrollers, and we have quite a few of them. So there are some variations with if you need more pins for more components to connect, or if you need IoT components, if you want some Wi-Fi or some Bluetooth. And then there's this amazing community of people that makes shields for Arduino, and because it's open source, they can do that. So it's a really cool community of makers.
Fantastic. And so what's your goal here? We're talking to a large tech audience. Who are you trying to attract?
Oh, that's been the coolest journey about Arduino. Is I was like, oh, okay, maybe Arduino's, aiming to, get more fourth graders and fifth graders involved. And we are, and that's great. And I love to be in a classroom where I see kids even that young, and they're just being inspired and they're trying new things. But then the middle school age is a great age. So I think middle school students should go for it. But then we can just keep going. In high school, in university, there's a use case for everyone. And whereas one student might take an Uno or an Uno Wi-Fi and, they're going to blink a few lights with a servo motor and put a little creature they drew and it dances around. That's something a younger kid might make. But then someone else who's at a hackathon can pick up the same board and they can invent something for healthcare, or they can invent a new something for of course automation in the home, or so within the same ecosystem and variations of the same hardware, really any age can do something with it.
That's awesome. And you said IoT, so you can make IoT solutions.
People are. And it's come with the last couple of years of Arduino. We've really pushed to only put out hardware that has IoT functions, either Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or Linux capabilities, because people like other languages, those software developers. So I think that even that has helped it be more accessible to people who can, flesh out their ideas.
Now, what do we have here?
Well, this is Arduini, and you might remember Arduini from last year, of course. And Arduini is rocking some beautiful red, but there's something new about Arduini. It heard me. Vamos verde. Because Arduini can now take my verbal commands, and if all goes well, will listen to me and change. But you can see I'm already barking, literally. Yes, it worked, yes, in Spanish.
Very cool.
Because this shield allows you to give verbal commands in English, Spanish, or German.
Oh, wow.
Which is perfect for a dachshund. So there was a delay where we all were grasping ourselves. And that's actually because of a software thing with the libraries to make other languages work. So we're going to work on that, but it did work.
The point is it worked. That's very cool, because live demos, sometimes they have some challenges, but this was successful. Fantastic.
Do you want to try it?
All right, what do I say?
Okay, without him listening, your command is going to be Azul Royale, but first you have to bark at him Arduini.
Azul Royale.
It still hurt. It knows my command. Okay, and then we're ignoring it. Oh yes, it works.
Yeah, well, that is very cool.
See, we had teamwork there. So this is admittedly the best thing you've ever seen, I know. But what someone else has done with this shield, and I have it separately here, it's an Arduino shield, extra components that can fit right on top. But with this shield, there's this gent out there, he has made an Iron Man suit, and with this shield, he goes, shield up and, moving different motors and lights on a wearable tech Iron Man suit.
That is very cool.
So that is so next level. But of course, what I'm trying to show here and get kids excited about is what is a part of a lot of IoT solutions out there, which is voice recognition.
Yeah, you make your own dog and you don't have to clean any poop or anything like that. So that's really the best thing.
Arduino is the best pet. On delay. If he hears me say his name, he wants to be commanded. It's just what it is.
I understand.
So we'll see, what does that one do? And then there's one more, of course. But you can program any command in there. But
wow.
Excellent.
Very, very cool. Wow, this is going really well. Okay. What else should we know?
Well, Arduino has really opened my eyes in so much in the world of education and to this whole hackathon scene. But what's really cool that I've observed is that people who are, have an affinity to wanting to be an engineer, wanting to make a product ultimately, that's on a shelf, we all see that. Like, I have this great idea, I want my product on the shelf. But people can do that now more readily, and the tools are, again, more low cost, the software is available. But the best part is that that group of people is getting younger and younger. We are seeing the coolest Arduino projects from these super young kids that even I'm like, oh, they would just like to learn a couple motors, couple lights, maybe a couple fun sounds. But no, they're the ones that are like really having a great vision of something they want to make for an astronaut suit, or So I think that the more that we give these tools to younger kids, they're going to come up with like even newer things younger that then their whole lives are just starting off so with so much innovation. It's so cool.
That's great. Well, is there anything else before we wrap up? This has been a great demo.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Well, we just hope to again offer more options for kids to get involved, but then for those older Arduino makers that might say, oh, Arduino, that's just for making like little dog pets. But we really have some cool hardware coming out with Nordic. It's called Primo, and then there's this amazing board that I got to do a cool wearable with called Star Auto. And so we're moving into a new world with Arduino that's really contemporary and still low cost.
And how do we find out more?
Well, Arduino.org, Arduino.cc. There's many websites with Arduino projects, so just get out there, read about projects. My favorite thing to do, when I have a minute, is I just Google Arduino and then some other words, some idea, some product. So like Arduino Beehive or Arduino Garage Door Opener. And then you can start to see what other makers have put out there.
That is really cool. Thank you so much for being here.
Cool,
This was
thank
great.
you.
Pleasure.
Have a good morning.
Thanks, you too.